Let's talk about the downplay schema in Rank's model of persuasion. As we said before, there are three main tactics that a persuader can use if they are trying to downplay information within their message. And these were omission, diversion, and confusion. Let's start with omission. When we're trying to omit something from our message, we are leaving something undesirable out of our message intentionally. So if there is some kind of negative information out there that goes against the message that we are trying to send, we essentially ignore that information and just leave it out of our message. And another type of omission is a half-truth or a cover-up. And these can be particularly hard to detect. And once again, when it comes to downplaying through omission, I think of McDonald's. A few years ago, a while ago at this point, they released the all-new Chicken McNuggets, now made with 100% white meat chicken. And it kind of made you stop and wonder, if it's now made with 100% white meat chicken, what was it made of before? They never talk about that in the advertisements. They leave that undesirable question mark out of the message, and they just say, hey, we have this new Chicken McNugget that's now made with 100% white meat chicken. You don't have to worry about what it was made with before. And so this is a half-truth or a cover-up, and it can be really difficult to detect those sorts of things. Other examples of half-truths could be quotes out of context, or just telling not the full truth. And another example of a cover-up might be censorship, book burnings, and managed news. So there's lots of downplaying through omission that happens both in advertising as well as in the political realm. Another tactic that we can use to downplay negative information in our message is through diversion. If we are trying to divert our audience, we are trying to distract their focus or divert their attention. And we're trying to divert them away from key issues or important things that might contradict what we're trying to say in our message. So we might do this by intensifying side issues or non-related issues or trivialities. We might do this by nitpicking or using the straw man or red herring fallacies. We might use ad hominem or ad populum fallacies. There's lots of different tactics that we can use in order to try to distract our audience's focus and divert them from more important parts of the message. And the final tactic that we can use is confusion. If we are trying to use confusion to downplay something in our message, we are trying to make things so complex and chaotic that people give up on trying to understand the message, they get weary, or they just get overloaded and they don't want to think about it any longer. And so as the persuader, you've created this confusion and then you've offered a simple solution to help them alleviate that confusion. So the audience just kind of gives up, trusts you, and then buys into whatever it is that you're trying to persuade them to do. And this confusion can result from a lot of different things. It can result from faulty logic or a logical fallacy. It can result from equivocation, contradictions, multiple different diversions, inconsistencies in the message, jargon, or really anything that blurs clarity or understanding. And so when I was looking for a confusing, persuasive message, I stumbled upon this advertisement shown on the screen here. Now, this advertisement is for some kind of shampoo that is supposed to stop all of your hair problems. It's called Sesa, and it has 18 unique herbs and 5 nourishing oils and milks. And it says in the middle here, age-old science of, I can't even pronounce this, Ayurvedic hair is perfectly transformed and rooted in Sesa, specially made with a unique process, Kurshpak Vidi, mentioned in ancient scriptures. Sesa is a unique combination of 18 hair-nourishing herbs, 5 essential oils, and milks. The nourative combo in Sesa nourishes the hair and scalp, leaving it healthy, smooth, silky, strong, and problem-free. Now, as you notice, I tripped over quite a few words in that discussion. There were a few words that I think come from Indian culture or something along those lines that I have personally never heard of before. And so if I was reading this advertisement, I wouldn't know what the heck it was talking about, and I would just say, okay, well, I guess it's supposed to be good for your hair. It says that it's herbal, there's no mineral oil, no chemicals, and it can solve things like hair fall, dandruff, weak hair, split ends. That all sounds good to me. But the advertisement is really confusing if you don't understand the tactics or the different types of treatments that it is describing. And so it's confusing, but it's offering you this simple solution of just buying this product and don't worry about the rest. So these are the 3 tactics that people can use if they are trying to downplay information in their message that goes perhaps against their message. So they could choose to omit that information, they can choose to divert away from that information, or they can try to just confuse you and try to offer you a simple solution.